Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. We've got another tournament match for you. Both players started out in fairly sparse spawns and are expanding quickly. We've already got a little bit of action going with this Dox running around harassing some of this expansion. The Applebringer did a pretty nice move. At the start, he sent off some fabrication bots straight out, bypassing metal to get to this nice metal clump right in here. This gives him some great map control, good staging area, and all around very nice move. Quazzi is doing not quite as bold expansion, but is expanding well. He's already got 4 factories out. We've got 3 bots and an air, while the Applebringer is only working on his third, which is his second bot. So the Applebringer went for a little bit more of an aggressive stance, while the Applebringer is going for a more economic stance. Very nice. The laser defense tower took out that raiding Dox, but the Dox did a good job of distracting the fabricators and taking out one metal spot. All around, a very good success for the cost of 1 Dox. Now the Applebringer is a little bit paranoid and is working on defensive towers rather than claiming metal spots. All around, nice move from Quazzi. At this point, neither player really knows where each other are. We've got an idle fighter sitting over here, and here we go. We've got some fighters and scouts running around, and Quazzi's doing his scouting with Dox. Great for when you find stuff, because you can instantly have a bot there to destroy stuff, but it's a bit slower since the Doxes move slower and have less vision than scouts or fighters, for that matter. Personally, I normally scout with a fighter. And here we go. The Applebringer now knows where Quazzi is, and Quazzi still does not know where the Applebringer is. However, Quazzi does know that there is this metal over here, so he's probably assuming this is the Applebringer's base, which is going to work out very nicely for the Applebringer because his main base is going to remain unharassed for a while. The Applebringer really should probably build a factory over here. That'll allow him to put out a bunch of fabricators that are right here and don't have to travel, as well as pump out bots for attacking. And this will make a great proxy base because it'll allow him to send in units over here onto this side and units over here onto this side, hitting both sides at once. We've got a bunch of fighters right on the edge of Quazzi's base. And good move getting up this missile defense tower to protect this metal extractor, although it wouldn't be that hard to go around. And here we go, fighter out, and he is now going, Quazzi's now going to, oh, nope, shot down. Although, I bet you Quazzi at the very least has a hunch that this isn't the main base. Quazzi's gathering up a bunch of Doxes to attack this metal expansion over here. Yeah, the Applebringer really shouldn't be building these walls and laser defense towers. He really should get up a factory first. If Quazzi is able to destroy these 2 fabricators, then that's going to be a decent setback from the Applebringer. Although, we've got bots moving in to defend. We've got this radar here, so the Applebringer knows Quazzi's getting into position. So he's got a bunch of bots moving in to counter. So what else do we got going on? Kicking it up to advanced vehicles. Good move. Get out levelers, shellers, and advanced economy. Actually, this is not necessarily something you want to be doing. Quazzi has idle factories, and he's working on advanced, so in reality, these two bots should probably be assisting this fabricator going for the advanced. If he were to kick it, get a bunch of levelers on field, then that would be a pretty big setback for the Apple Bringer. Looks like we might have had a little bit of rally point mix-ups, but now we've got all the bots heading out. Well, this is nice, although they're idle. That's where I spawned. These fabricators should build a bot factory or vehicle factory and pump out some fabricators, and then more factories and expand. There's a decent amount of metal over here, and this would be a fantastic staging point for attacking the backside. Here we go. We're working on advance from the Apple Bringer. I believe that's a vehicle factory, and vehicle factory, and he's got a lot more build power on it. Oh, here we go. We got some raiding going on. Managed to destroy a metal extractor. Yeah, that was... Oh, here... Oh, nice move. We got some proxy base going up. This will be a great staging area to attack, although if it gets found out, it'll easily get destroyed by these attacking doxes. And here we go. Big push coming in from the Apple Bringer. They're trickling in, though. They really should blob up before pushing in or do a little bit of scouting. It'll be interesting to see whether they push in or sit around. And Quazzi does not know this attack is coming. Here we go. They are now clumping up and still doesn't know this attack is coming. Not good. Okay, here we go. Those bots should hang back and get cover from the ants. And here we go, attack. The Apple Bringer very nicely split up his forces. And looks like the Apple Bringer's got the upper hand. The ants are still moving forward, having a hard time hitting those bots. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that crash. Planetary Annihilation's pretty unstable right now. Looks like the Apple Bringer was ultimately destroyed, although it was a good raid. Got a little bit of damage done. And we've got a big push of bots coming in. On both sides, it looks like they're going to know that something is over here, although they are avoiding it. So they might not know that these factories are over here, which, if Quazzi is able to have these remain undetected, that'll be a great surprise in a little bit. Although we got a big push that are just going to be skirting around. Quazzi does have this radar here, so he knows what's going on. And over here, so... Unfortunately, though, they're going to blob up and going to be able to push in and do a decent amount of damage. Interesting move. Quazzi's moving his forces in the opposite direction. Wonder what he's going to try and do for defending against those, or if he's just going to accept that he's going to take some losses and is going to push in. Very nice force of bots over here on this side. I wonder where they're headed. Looks like they're going to go in and hit this proxy base over here. Good move. Although, the Apple Bringer has all of his power inside his main base. If Quazzi's able to destroy those, then that'll be a big blow. So here we go. We got this big raid pushing in. They really need to focus fire on those missile defense towers. My goodness, crashes out the wazoo. I apologize. So we got a big push coming in from the Apple Bringer. This is going to be a doozy. This is going to really hurt Quasi. He's going to destroy a lot of energy in here. It's going to be very problematic. There's not much around to defend. However, we've got pushes in from Quasi over on here on the other side. Looks not going to be able to do much to that, avoiding it rightly so, but this is going to be able to take out those structures since they're coming from behind those walls. But they're being chased behind by attacking bots, and this attack has wiped out a bunch of power, and still there's not too much left to defend it. Every time it crashed when I got in, zoomed in real close, so I'm going to stay in strategic view and we'll have to stare at the icons. So good push from Quasi, doing a decent amount of destruction, although under fire from that laser defense tower and doesn't know it. And that's going to be the end of that attacking force. Big group of bots redirecting. Looks like they're moving to try and intercept those raiding bots. And good move. We've got Applebringer is sending all of his levelers over here to the back. They're probably going to push around the backside of the planet, although that is a long way. Quasi really needs to be expanding more. He's got a lot of metal in here that he could claim. And yep, here we go. With this scout here, the Applebringer probably knows about some of these back expansions and is going to use the levelers to quickly push through and destroy. So the Applebringer's attack is going to moving forward and attacking from the opposite side. Good move, because Quasi has put up defensive towers over on the backside and has units moving that way. At this point, Quasi does not know this attack is incoming, and it's going to be a doozy. Ooh, this is not good for Quasi. He only has one fabricator working on that advanced vehicle factory. He really needs to put more build power into that advanced vehicle factory, get out a bunch of advanced fabricators, and work on an advanced economy, especially with how little map control he has. He really needs that advanced economy in order to keep up with the Applebringer, although the Applebringer doesn't have a large amounts of map control either. They're actually fairly even either way. The Applebringer does have 3 advanced factories and several advanced power plants. Got a little bit of a skirmish over here. Ants using their superior range to cause a lot of damage to those bots. Here we go. We got some raids over here destroying some metal extractors. Good move. However, this advance, this is probably what's going to cause the game for Quasi. Once Quasi starts getting hit by levelers, there's not going to be much he's going to be able to do to stop those levelers. And even when he does stop those levelers, the Applebringer now is going to have an advanced economy, which is going to be much stronger. Here we go, raid on the backside. Apologize, I can't zoom in. I really don't want to crash again. Advanced factory's almost done for Quasi, and oh man, he doesn't have much power, and particularly he doesn't have much backup power. And he's got an idle. No, never mind. No, yeah, he has an idle commander as well. If Quasi were to get nuked right in here, his base is gone. And I also don't see how Quasi has a positive economy right now. I don't see. He's got metal, but he does not have much power. Have much power at all. And here we go. Commander's working on power now. So he is probably hurting for power. And here we go. Fabricator first out for Quasi's advanced factory. Attacking group of ants and levelers is circling around, and this is going to cause a lot of damage once they get there. Although If Quasi is paying attention, is seeing what's happening to these, he knows that there are levelers incoming. It looks like all of this is going to group up here, and this is going to be nasty. This is going to cause a lot of damage. Although, good move, fantastic rating. Hopefully he's going to be able to destroy. He's got to keep moving. Unfortunately, this raid's going to probably stop right about here and not do much damage. Let's run into those levelers, but that is some very valuable intel. Both players need to have bases more spread out. If they were to drop a nuke right here, these advanced power plants and most of these power plants would be gone. And it's very difficult to recover from stuff like that. We're on a large moon right here. There's no need to have a super clumped up base. If you're spread out, you are harder to attack, and it's a lot easier to recover from attacks. Got a decent raid, decent clash coming up over here. Superior numbers for Quasi, so he's gonna come out on top here. Interesting that the Applebringer redirected those bots away from that attack. It looks like he's gonna try to defend with what he's got and use this to push in, since he knows a good chunk of Quasi's forces are away from home. And very, very nice. I bet you the Applebringer has a lot of intel. It looks like he is threading the needle and going right past these defensive towers on both sides. And here we go. We've got Quasi's counterattack or defense moving in, taking out a lot of those bots. Although both sides. Oh, and the commander's right here. That commander needs to get out. If these levelers make it to the commander, they're able to destroy commanders very, very quickly. And commanders move slower than vehicles, so they can't get away. Moving forward, not good. This is probably it. This is probably it. Why are you moving forward? Oh, GG is up. This is a suicide run. Good game. Great job from the Applebringer to skirt around and come back in with that attack from behind with those levelers, and great job stepping up to advanced. Quasi really should have stepped up to advanced sooner and with more gusto. And both players should have expanded more. Both players had lots of metal unclaimed. But that's all well and good for me to sit here with perfect vision to tell them what they should and shouldn't have done. All around, good game. I hope you all enjoyed.